Conformation of propane. The conformational isomerism, the propane is one of the example. The propane formula is 3 carbon. 3 carbon, all the hydrogen, other will be hydrogens. One, two, three. Any 1, 2 will be our front and back carbon. Yeah, 3, 2 will be our front and back carbon. If we will take from this side, the structure will be same. Also from this side, the structure will be same. Let's take 1 is front, 2 is second carbon. If we will take 1 is the front carbon and second is the back carbon, then back carbon 1 hydrogen will be replaced by CH3. Then this third carbon will be replaced by C in the H position. If this will not be there, then this position H will be there. But in propane, H will be replaced by CH3. Here H is replaced by CH3. This is a eclipse conformation. This is called eclipse conformations. This is a fully eclipse when Cx and Cy. This may be X, this may be Y. Cx and Cy will be back to back. Then the conformation is called Cx eclipse conformation. This is eclipse conformations. Yeah, full eclipse. Anyone can be called as full eclipse. Yeah, full eclipse. After the rotation of 60 degree, if the back carbon will be in the same position, keep stationary, and front carbon is rotated by 60 degree, then this CH bond will be rotated by 60 degree. Then this conformation we are getting, the CH bond will shift to this position. Now this is a CH bond. Now this will rotate again by 60 degree, then this CH bond will shift to this position. Now CH come to this position. Back carbon is again keep stationary. Back carbon is always fixed. It doesn't rotate in any conformations. Only front carbon is rotated about the sigma bonds. This is a front carbon and back carbon is joined by a sigma bonds, which is rotated by a 60 degree. Now H will come to this position. Now again it will rotate by 60 degree. Then this H will come to this position. CH bond will come to this position. Now CH bond is in this position. If we will again rotate this by 60 degree, then this CH bond will come to this position. This will similar to the this conformations. It will not look like if we will rotate, this will come to the this positions. This is left, but here CH, here it is right. Means after converting 60, after rotating 60 degree, the structure will get which is the similar to this structure. If we will take mirror image of this compound, then the structure whatever we will get after the rotation of 60 degree of this compound, that will be same. So there is no need to further draw the 60 degree rotation of this structure. Now this is a okay. Now I have already told that eclipse, this is a fully eclipse. Now this is a anti-conformation. This anti-conformation may be called as fully staggered. This is a fully staggered, this is a fully eclipse. Between this fully staggered and fully eclipse conformation, whatever the conformation come between these two conformation, that is called Gauss conformation. This is a Gauss staggered conformation. This is a diagonal angle is 60 degree. This diagonal angle is 0 degree. This is called Gauss eclipse. This is a Gauss eclipse. This is a Gauss staggered. Whatever the conformation come between eclipse and fully eclipse, yeah, anti-conformation, that is called Gauss. This is Gauss staggered 60 degree angle. This is a 0 degree diagonal angle. There is a back to back, CH and CH3 is back to back, so that's why the diagonal angle is 0. So this is called partially eclipse, yeah, Gauss eclipse. Any one names can be called. This name need to be remembered, because in examinations there may be some question which will try to confuse. That's why we need to remember the what type of names can be possible of this any compound. This may be called as partial eclipse, this may be called as Gauss. The main thing we need to focus that whatever the conformation come between fully eclipse, yeah, eclipse and anti-conformation, yeah, fully staggered, is called Gauss conformation. This is a Gauss staggered, this is a Gauss eclipse. This may be called as partially eclipse, and this may be a Gauss. Simply Gauss can be called. Now we can also draw the potential energy diagram as there is a some stability criteria, which compound is more stable, as the stagger is always stable than the eclipse conformation. And maybe there is a Gauss stagger, Gauss eclipse, which one may be stable, I will explain in the next example in butane or the next example, where I will explain all the stability criteria. Now this is a structure formula of the butane, meth, eth, prop, butane. All the valency are fulfilled with 4 hydrogen atom. This carbon has a 4 bonds, 1 2 3 4. Carbon is a tetravalency, that's why it must have to fulfill the 4 valency, so it will try to make 4 bonds. Now it has 4 bonds, one is one with CH3, again with one with this bond, and 2 is hydrogens. Now we have to do numbering. We have to numbering 1 2 3 4. We may numbering 1 2 3 4, any side we can choose and numbering 1 2 3 4. If we will take this format 1 2 3 4, then 2 3 will be front and back. This may be front, this may be back, yeah, this may be back, this may be front. With any one we can choose front carbon or back carbon. If we choose this second carbon is a front carbon, then third will be back carbon. Front carbon will have 2 hydrogen bonds and 1 CH3 bond, and this carbon atoms also has 2 hydrogen bonds and 1 CH3 bond, and this front back carbon are joined by a sigma bond. About this sigma bonds we have to do the rotations. Now the conformation, this is Newman projections, this is eclipse conformation. This is a front carbon, now back is, there is a back carbon. This front carbon attached with 2 hydrogen bonds, carbon hydrogen bonds, and one with CH3. Now back carbon is attached with 1 CH3 and 2 hydrogen bonds. Now this is after the rotation of these compounds. Now this compounds we are getting, back carbon is fixed, front carbon is rotating. This after rotating this front CH3 bonds, now this CH3 bond will come. After the rotation of 60 degree, this CH3 will come to this positions. After the rotation of this compounds, we will get these compounds. Now CH3 will come to this positions. Now here is this positions. Now after 60 rotation, this CH3 will come to this position. Now this positions, after 60 rotation, this compound will get to this positions. After 60 rotation, we will get the same compound as in the first compound. Now we have to numbering the compounds. This CH3 back to back, this is called eclipse conformation. Now this CH3 in the anti-conformation, they are in the very long distance, they are very far apart. This is called anti-conformation. One is the upward and one is the downward side. One group in the upward side, one group in the downward side. This is called the anti-conformations. This is eclipse, this is a anti-conformation. Now whatever the compounds between this eclipse, fully eclipse and anti-conformation come, the intermediate compound is called the Gauss compound. This is a Gauss trigger, this is a Gauss eclipse. It may be called as Gauss conformation simply, it may be called as partially eclipse, may be called as a partial eclipse, a Gauss eclipse. And this is also called as a partially eclipse, a Gauss eclipse. This may be called as Gauss conformations, Gauss triggered, maybe Gauss triggered, Gauss conformation, any name can be called as. Now we can draw the energy diagrams. When we in the ethane examination, the energy diagram, we know that a trigger is more stable than the eclipse, but here is the 4 different conformation as there. 1 conformation, second conformation, third conformation, and 4 conformation. There are 4 different type of conformation is there, all other are repeating. Then we have to take care about the 1 2 3 4 type of conformation, and we have to draw 4 energy level diagrams. In energy diagrams we have to draw 4 level, which will come first, second, third, fourth. We have 2 things. Then in the 4 different conformation, we have seen that there is a possibility of 4 different conformation. Then if there is a 4 different conformation is there, then the stability will be, the anti-conformation will be more stable and most stable than the skew Gauss conformation, then the partial eclipse, then the full eclipse. We have to draw the energy level diagram with this format. Anti will be the most stable, less energy, means it will be lower, and then it will be little bit higher position, then partial eclipse will be little bit higher positions, and fully eclipse will be then more higher positions. Fully eclipse will be the less stable because all the groups are back to back, that's why this is less stable because more repulsions. Now if we will draw the energy level diagram, now this is a energy level diagram. This is a diagram 0 60 120 190 240 300 360. Now this is a eclipse. I have already told that we have to draw the 4 energy level diagram. This is a 1 energy level diagram, this is a second energy, this is a third energy level diagram, this is a 4 energy level diagram. There are 4 different type of conformation between, so that's there is a all the 4 different conformation will come to this 4 levels. In the first will be our the stability, you have to check which one is more stable. Anti will be more stable than the skew Gauss, then the partial eclipse, then the full eclipse. Then our full eclipse will be in the less stable, means higher energy. Then first compound is our full eclipse, that's why it will be in the 4th positions. This is a 1, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. 4th energy level diagram, this will be in the 4th positions. Now second compound is Gauss staggered. The Gauss stagger will be in the second level. Gauss stagger will be on second level. So this is in the second level. So it is shown in the this format. Here compound is shown in the lower side because for the clarity purpose, for clear view. But this is in this diagram will come to this positions, means it is in the second positions. Now third positions will be our partial eclipse. This is a partial eclipse, Gauss eclipse. So it will be in the third level diagrams. This is in our third level diagrams. It is already shown that partial eclipse in the third position. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Partial eclipse will be in the third positions. Now our partial eclipse in the third positions. Now after the rotations of 60 degree again, this will be anti-conformation. The anti-conformation will be our more stable, less energy, more stable. This will be our in the first level. After 60 rotation, now we will again partial eclipse. This will be in the third energy level. Now after 60 rotation, this will be our stagger, Gauss stagger. Gauss stagger from this is in the second level. Gauss stagger I have already explained. Gauss stagger, Gauss stagger, Gauss skew conformation in the second level. They are more stable. Now this is in a second level. Now again will be the partially this will be full eclipse. This full eclipse will be in the first. This will be our partial eclipse will be in the fourth level. Fourth level means less stability, higher energy. In this way we can draw the energy profile of conformation of butane. For potential energy we can draw the different conformation of the butane. Now I have already explained the eclipse conformation 1, 3, 5 are the energy maxima. Eclipse conformation 1, which has additional static extent due to 2 eclipse CH3 group in the highest energy. This is Traeger conformation 2, 4, 6 are energy minima. I have already explained these things. Whatever that things I have explained, this is written in this format. The stability order will be anti skew Gauss, partial eclipse, full eclipse. This need to be remembered. Anti, this is a diagonal angle 180 degree. Torsional strength is absent. Torsional strength between stagger and eclipse, this is absent. And van der Waals strength is absent because two groups are in the maximum position, stability maximum. Anti-wire, anti-stable, this is a maximum. Partial eclipse means two groups are will be in the not much far apart. There is a 120 degree and the torsional strength is maximum. I already told that in eclipse conformation torsional strength is maximum. Van der Waals strength is CH3 and H. Between CH3 and H there is a presence of van der Waals strength. I have already explained that. This is a partial eclipse. This is a partial eclipse. Torsional strength is maximum, but there is a van der Waals strength between CH3 and H group. This two group there is a van der Waals strength. Between CH3 and intermediate 1, stability intermediate 1, Gauss conformations. This is a when torsional strength is absent and present between two CH3. This is a Gauss. This is Gauss conformation between these two CH3. There is a van der Waals strength present between two CH3 groups, intermediate 2. Now full eclipse maximum will be torsional strength a maximum between two CH3 maximum, because CH3 2 group come in 1 to 1 back to back. That's why there is a maximum van der Waals strength. So stability minimum, there is a minimum stability. That's why anti is more stable, skew Gauss is more stable, and the full eclipse is the less stable because two groups come back to back. Now will come the case of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. The stability order is changes, and this stability